The English language was created by English people. I don't know when, but we decided to get letters to form words so we can communicate, but we also decided to sprinkle, for no apparent reason, letters within these words. It was silent. Shh, forever. Why? Like the word hour, for example. Why is the word hour spelt with an H? Why is there an H? The silent H. Nobody has ever said, I'll see you in a hour. I'll see you in a hour. I'm just going to pick up the sandwich. I'll be back in a hour. Half a hour. Even half has an L in it. It's like half a hour. How long is the journey? About half a hour to a hour. The sandwich shop is half a hour away. It's a waste of everybody's time. Subtle. Would anybody object if it was spelt S-U-T-L-E? Not a single person would. But there's a B in the middle going, shh, just ignore me. Just ignore me forever. I'm silent. I've been left here, left behind. I don't know, I was destined for another word, baboon, but here I am with you. How I long to be in the word baboon where I have a purpose. Like all those words that should begin with N, but have a K of all the letters. Why would a K be silent? Knickers. Why is it knuckles? So I've been thinking about this, as you can probably tell, and I think we should have a day. We should have a day. Silent letter day. Where they all come out to play. It would be on a Wednesday. A Wednesday. Sometime in the autumn. In the autumn. Could be in February. I haven't finished the entire. Could be in February or the autumn. And we will spend the day together, families together, talking, and walking. We'll go for walks. And climbing. Knitting, a lot of knitting. People will save up their knitting to do on Silent Letter Day. And the knife is the only cutlery that you're allowed to use, the knife. No other cutlery is allowed on Silent Letter Day. Food is buffet style. You go along with your knife. There's salmon and swordfish and sandwiches and yogurt. And you use your knife. All the flavors are very subtle flavors. And the gnome will be the symbol of Silent Letter Day. Like Father Christmas, the gnome, everybody gives each other a gnome to celebrate. Happy Silent Letter Day, I got you a gnome. I've kept it hidden in the cupboard for months. I wrapped it up. Do you like it? I wrapped it up. I cut the wrapping paper with scissors. I used scissors to cut the wrapping paper. I'm so sorry, I forgot. I didn't realise. Is it really Silent Letter Day? Is it honestly Silent Letter Day? You mean honestly? Yes, it is honestly. You should have known. You'll never listen. I'm not giving you a gnome. I'm sorry. I'm taking it back to the shop. I've kept the receipt. And at the end of the day, we will celebrate with champagne. Of course we will. Can I have you some champagne? Happy Silent Letter Day. Just a drop. Maybe just a splash. Oh, there's a knock at the door. Oh, it's Chloe and Isla. Sorry, Chloe and Isla. My old friends from school. Fascinating. Grab a knife. Help yourself to lasagna. There's some lasagna. And at the end of the day, when we are knackered, we go to sleep at 1/2 I actually have a TV that's HD ready. It's HD ready. Ready. I don't have it, but it's ready. Just looks at me with this in the sun. I'm ready, okay? Just so you know. I'm ready for HD. Anytime you want to get HD, ready. Totally prepared for it. No rush to get HD.
But when you get it, what you will find is a television who was born ready for HD. I feel slightly sorry for the TV in the bedroom that just sits there going, please don't get HD. I'm not ready.
So, it's Saturday night. You can have an incredible night. You've all come in from the cold. You're all starting to feel Christmassy. You feel Christmassy? Oh, it's starting to happen. All the adverts and everything. It's so fun before Christmas, isn't it? Because you don't notice about the winter. You don't notice that it's dark and miserable because you're so focused on Christmas. Yeah. And then Christmas happens. And then you're just stuck, depressed in the winter. There should be 2 Christmases. There should be another Christmas a few months down the line because there's no special days to keep us going through the winter. Pancake Day. How pathetic is Pancake Day compared to Christmas? There's no build-up to Pancake Day. People aren't like us, only 2 more shopping weeks till Pancake Day. Got the flour and the eggs, need a bit more milk, and then I'm done nice and early. I can relax and enjoy it. Do you know, today I saw a lemon wedge. I felt all pancakey inside. I'm so into it this year. It's Pancake Day Eve! Pancake Day tends to be the day after Pancake Day. We're like, oh, was yesterday Pancake Day? We've done it again. It was a Tuesday. Damn! I can make you a pancake now if you like. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. And it will get colder, of course. You know, it'll get colder. The big, what do they call it? The big chill and everything. The beasts from the east. That'll all start happening. Beasts from the east. Frozen windscreen day. That's a big one. It's a big one. When you sit in the car, it's like an igloo. You can't see out of it. You can't see out of the window. You can't see out, so you have to defrost it. Sometimes you could roll the window down. You roll the window down. And then you roll it back up, and then that does the side. They come back, oh, it's gone. That doesn't work with snow. Every time it snows, we make the same mistake. We sit in the car, we roll the window down, the snow remains compacted, staring at us, as if to say, you are an idiot, and then it falls into the car. Why? Why did I do that? Why did I do that again? I did that last year. Frozen windscreen day, you sit in your igloo, you put the heating on, you put the blower on. There's 2 buttons, there's one for the front, there's one for the back. You don't know which is which, so you put them both on. You put them both on because when you drive, you need both. People don't just do the back and I'm going to reverse to work. No, get both on. And you sit there, you're waiting for the car to heat up so that the defrosting will begin before you. It's quite boring, but it's a lovely moment, isn't it? When just in the middle, at the bottom, of your frozen solid windscreen, a tiny little opening starts to form. Tiny little half-moon shape. A little aperture, and you look through it, don't you? There it is! The outside world! And then very strangely, you find yourself driving away. Even your own brain goes, what are you doing? I know these roads.
You like that song I came on to, The Kings of Leon? It's good, but the lyric is odd. Seriously. Your sex is on fire. What are they talking about? What is the inspiration for this lyric? Darling, don't be alarmed. What? Emergency services, what is the next emergency? Oh, my sex is on fire. There. Dragon's Den winds me right up. I know you're rich, dragons. You don't need to bring your cash with you. They sit there with cash on their tables. I'm so tremendously wealthy, all my bank accounts are full. I've had to bring additional funds with me tonight. What about you, Theopathetus? Have you got money on your table? Oh, I'm completely loaded. I've thrown money up onto my table, that's every time. What about you 2 dragons? Oh, yes, you've got a lot of cash here. All right, bring in the first poor person. Let's see what they've got. They come in trembling.
Hello, dragons. Please, can I have some cash for the ideas in my brain?
I feel sick just looking at poor people. The state of her clothing. For that reason, I'm out. What about you, Theopathy? Are you out? I will be out, but I'm going to humiliate the bitch for 15 minutes. Then I will declare that I too am out. I'd like to go on Dragon's Den with a shotgun. Just stand there, pointing it at each of them individually, till one of them goes, so what's your idea? Quite simple, put that cash in this bag, all right? You get no equity.
And the mainstay of any meal will be salt and pepper. Salt and pepper are so phenomenally successful in the herb and spice arena. They arrogantly sit on the table, knowing that whatever you want to prepare, you will require one of us. Either myself or my dear friend Pep. Isn't that right? Right you are, Sultan. You've been keeping busy? Oh, breakfast this morning, I was all over that. But there are other herbs and spices, oregano, thyme, rosemary, cumin, paprika. They're all lined up in the cupboard, waiting. Sometimes the cupboard door opens, they see salt and pepper on the table. Look at them, the bastards. What have they got? What have they got that we don't have? I just don't get it. I don't get it either, neither do I. I can't even see them from here. What do they look like? You ever been out of the cupboard, cumin? Once, I think, for bolognese. They said it was an experiment. That was in 1992. I don't think it worked. But I remain hopeful. What about you, Sage? You ever been out of the cupboard? I actually used to live with them at their old house, and then they moved me here and put me back in this cupboard. No. What about you, Paprika? I fell out once. They just put me back in the wrong way round. 7 years I was like this. Every day I pray. I pray for it to be goulash day. But it is never goulash day. I've still got the plastic on my head. Why the fuck did they buy me? I don't understand it. What about you? Who are you on the end? My name is Five Spies. You ever been out of the cupboard, Five Spies? I am no one spies. I am five spies. I am 5 times as good as all of you. Yes, but have you ever been out of the cupboard? I have been using recipes for thousands of years. But have you ever been out of this cupboard? No. Excuse me, sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt all this nonsense. Tired of listening to all your whining, because the fact is, I have been in this cupboard for longer than all of you put together. Sorry, who are you? John West, tuna, nice to meet you. This is my wife, Tin Salmon. So this show, ladies and gentlemen, is going out on Christmas Day itself. Christmas Day! Yes. There's such a magic, isn't there, to that day. It's very different doing a Christmas show leading up to Christmas as opposed to doing it on Christmas Day. It's such a special, magical day. There's such a build-up to it that when you're in it, you can't even believe that you're in it. You know, you open the curtains and you're like, that's my road. On Christmas Day. Sometimes you see other people. Look at that man walking his dog on Christmas Day. I'm having my morning pee on Christmas Day. Sometimes you visit relatives. You see other people in their cars. You look at them at the traffic lights. Look at them on Christmas Day. There's an aeroplane in the sky.
on Christmas Day. And this goes through the whole day. Until you go to bed when you're just drifting off to sleep going, oh, that's the end of Christmas Day. And then all the magic completely disappears overnight. And the next day you're just walking along going, I'm going for a walk. On Boxing Day. It's gone. I was going to tell you about my private life. I've had some good news recently, is that I've got... my wife has always had a dream, okay, to own a little place in the countryside. And it became my dream when she told me about it every day for 10 years. And recently, I bought a little place in the countryside for us. Beautiful little place. It's very remote, very isolated, very private, rolling hills. It's surrounded by a farm. It's not our farm, but it's just lovely. We didn't tell the children we were getting it. It was the most magical day when we first moved in, and we were standing outside, all of us, my children running around in the fields. They couldn't believe it, giggling, and the sun going down, and my wife and I holding hands, going, we did it. It's amazing. I'm so happy. And tears. It was beautiful. And lovely little animals, little birds, because you don't see lice birds in London. You know, in London we have pigeons, sort of suicidal pigeons, sort of come in front of the car, just look at you, kill me, end my life, it's not worth it. And they just fly off at the last second. I don't even have the guts to end it! Because they can't see all these multicoloured birds coming out of the woods, like they were welcoming us to the country, making lovely noises. Like they were saying, hello, welcome, thank you for coming. Wife holding hands, children running around, lovely. Then the sun went down completely. Absolute total darkness. Pitch black, terrified. We all both looked at where we thought we were. Darling, are you there? I can't even see you. We should go to London. We can't do this, can we? We can't do this. Where are the children? Children! And it was like all those lovely daytime animals were instantly replaced by the night shift animals. Noises from birds I've never heard before. Sinister sounds. I actually Googled what bird sounds like a child screaming in the woods. Seriously. There was just this... that with the... My whole family holding hands in a 360, edging to where we hoped the house was. Into the neighbour's field. And foxes. In London, when you see a fox, you see it for a second, and you just go, oh, look, there's a fox, and then it disappears, like into thin air. In the country, you hear the noises they make. They make this vile sort of, like they're vomiting violently. There was this fox just walking towards us. That with the... Cats on heat. Is there a more sinister sound out there than a cat sort of whining? If only women were like this, how much easier would my teenage years have been? Have you met Beverly? I think Beverly's up for it. I think you're right, Dave. Leave me to it. Finally, we made it into the house. You know, people in the country, they say things like, we never lock our doors in the country. Are you joking? I was putting furniture in front of the door. I opened the curtains to see what it was like. There was a fox in my face. Oh my God, it's getting worse. Because the fear is someone's going to break in the night. What are you going to do if someone breaks in the countryside? In London, you tell them where you live, you tell them your road, your postcode, the number, then the police will come to your house. In the country, people say things like, ignore the postcode, that takes you to another house. Or why don't you swap postcodes with that house? Every house just has names. The glebe house, the rectory, the little cottage on the hill. I just spent my whole life giving people directions. There's a dip in the road. You'll feel it. You won't see it. You'll feel a slight dip. There's some roadkill. It used to be there. There might be some roadkill. There's a left. There's a sharp left. You think you're driving into a hedge. You've got to trust it's there. You've got to trust it's there. Then you'll be on a lane for about a mile. Then you'll come to a huge oak tree. Then you know you've gone too far. You must turn back and go back. Oh, for God's sake! You can't be saying this to the police on the phone. You might as well pass it on to the burglar. How did you find the place? Can I put you on? Do you mind? Because the onus is on us as men. This is what my wife does. Every time there's a noise in the house, she wakes me up in bed. She's like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Coming from the kitchen. Did you hear that noise? And I always deny it, even though I've heard it because I'm awake, terrified. I'm always like, no, it must be the wind, even though I know there's no wind in the kitchen. She always says the same thing. Go and see. Go on, go downstairs and see. I'm always like, well, that wasn't exactly the way I was going to handle this situation. I was hoping we would hide as a family and await rescue. But Michael, you're the man of the house. Yes, you're right, I am the man of the house, but what concerns me at this very moment is I think there's another man in the house. And I've decided to make him the man of the house on this occasion. But what about the children? Good idea. Send one of them. Send the older one, the 9-year-old. Yeah, New Zealand's amazing. I love New Zealand. But it takes 24 hours, as you know, to get there from here. And that's a day of your life gone, just gone. It's insane. And the jet lag is monumental. So I landed in Auckland, New Zealand. And I thought, I've got to get onto the time zone as quickly as possible. So I pulled out the bezel of my watch and I said to the stewardess, excuse me, what's the time difference here? I just want to get onto the new time zone. What's the time difference here? She went, it's 12 years ahead. The time difference in New Zealand? It's 12 years ahead. We're 12 years ahead of New Zealand. So I started to wind my watch. 12 hours. And I noticed my peripheral vision. She was looking at me like I was an idiot. I thought, what's her problem? She needs to jog on. I got about 8 hours in and I realised, oh right, I'm going to land in exactly the same place that I started. So rather than look a fool, I wound it back. Thank you. I'll be fine from here. Thank you for your help. But they talk like that in New Zealand. They see the talk right on the front of their mouths like that. Yeah, it's quite fast, it's quite pacey. And basically they just change the vowels. They have a strange relationship with vowels. They get to a vowel and they just pick another one and go with that one instead. Because Australia is a little bit different. It's much slower in Australia. They take their time. In fact, they love the vowels. When they see a vowel, they're just like, we're going to stay there. I see no reason to rush this sentence, mate. We're going to stay in the vowel. But New Zealand, it's all about changing the vowel. And I had a bit of an incident on account of this vowel changing situation, and I'm going to be honest and upfront, it was quite rude. But it's funny. When I was checking into the hotel in Auckland, she wanted to tell me, the receptionist, about this new swimming pool that they built on the 6th floor. The 6th floor. And surrounding the pool was a deck with an E. And it was known as the deck. And in the lift it went, the deck. And I was checking in and she said, so why are you staying here, Mr. McIntyre? Are you going to spend some time sitting on the deck? That is an astonishing assumption to make of me. She said, there's a lovely big dick on the 6th floor. There's a lovely big dick on the 6th floor? What kind of a place is this? She said, the dick is just for hanging out. No, it isn't. Careful, it can get a little bit slippery up there. It's hardwood. Oh, please, babe. Then I went to Australia. While I was there, obviously nipped over to Australia. It's beautiful. I love Australia. I love Australians. They're really nice people. We've got some Australians over here. Welcome. I love them. I love them. Really, really full on, really happy. They love when you come over. They're just so grateful. Fucking hell, you came all the way. You're just brilliant. And it's like a holiday destination. It's beautiful. The beaches are beautiful. The landscape's magnificent. The only problem, with all due respect, is the sharks have decided that that's where they should be. And they circle Australia, waiting for Australians to get into the water. And guess what? Australians keep getting into the water. I went to the beach with some Australians. They're like, you're going to come in for a swim, Mickey? You're going to come and relax, cool off, come for a swim? It's lovely in the water today. No, I don't think so. I'll be fine. Why not? Why not? Because there are sharks in there. Yeah, not always. The fact that there's ever been one is enough for me. Come on, Mickey, you gotta live your life. Yes, until it ends. Maybe today, with a shark attack, you see? He said you got more chance of being hit by a car. Not when I'm fucking swimming, I don't. I'll be staying here on the beach. I'll be right here. Because you run into different breeds of dogs. Because you take the dog owners know this, you take them to the park and they want to sniff around and stuff, and they want to meet other dogs, and they see them. It's amazing when they spot each other. And basically, what they want to do, well, what my dog wants to do, is have a little, very brief encounter with the other dog, which involves smelling each other's balls and then carrying on. It's a very odd. He goes up to the other dog, excuse me, mate, it's all right if I smell your balls. And then the other dog goes, yeah, whatever. And then they smell, and then he smells, have a go on mine. And then they go, thanks for that. And then they just carry on. And they just spot each other from miles away. And then the other dog looks at him, so, and then sometimes dogs are mean. They don't want to smoke because he's a little puppy. Like some German shepherd will sort of be coming along like this. I'm the German shepherd. I'm the German shepherd. And then my dog goes over, excuse me, mate, it's all right if I have a quick sniff on the balls? Absolutely not, you silly little puppy. Look at the size of you. You couldn't even get up to my magnificent balls if you tried. Do you think I'm going to stoop to your mini balls? Disgusting. Stay away from my balls. Get our French poodle, come along. And the French poodle. My dog comes over, excuse me, mate, I was wondering if I could get I just got quite badly treated by a German shepherd. I was wondering if I could get a quick sniff on your balls. Listen, before Brexit it would have been fine, but I'm not happy. I don't think you made the right decision. No, you haven't made the right decision. You know? Maybe before, but now I don't like it. The way you vote is very rude to the French people. You're not part of this anymore. You know, you want free movement of people, but you don't get free movement of your nose to my balls. Not anymore. Get away from the balls. Afghan hound coming over. Please don't touch my balls. In normal circumstances I would, but things very difficult in my country. I have to go home. Very many unrest in my region. I must go watch CNN. Please, balls are not available right now. But every once in a while you get lovely dogs, like a little Scottish terrier comes along. Oh, hello. Fucking feast on those, pal. Get your face again. Go on. No rush whatsoever. I'll have a go on yours in a minute. Just enjoy. Get right the fucking there, pal. And think back now that the internet is so much a part of our lives. Think back to our first password, because our minds, our brains are so filled with passwords. It's such a struggle for us to remember all the passwords. We go to businesses online and you go, I can't remember my password. And you put it, sometimes they lock you out. And they go, no, you've got one more try to remember your own password, you fucking idiot. Oh. Or you click, I forgot it. And they ask you questions about your life and you don't even remember the answers. They're about your own life. What is your favorite pet? Oh no, I can't believe I chose one. The dog walks in. If it isn't me, I'm leaving. I'm literally walking out the door. Oh, the password. And at the beginning, we all had one password. It was our first password we can nostalgically remember. And we used it for everything. Every time we joined another business. Can I have your password? Yes, you can. That is my special word. And then companies started getting quite rude. You would put your password in and it would go, weak. Who are you to judge my special word? And they're like, I'm sorry, but the internet has become very popular. We need to strengthen your password. And businesses would insist, we must have from you a capital letter. I'm sorry, we will not be accepting passwords anymore unless it contains at least one capital letter. And we all momentarily considered our options before deciding to capitalize the first letter of our password. And for a period of time, that was fine. But the internet became even more popular. And then businesses started saying, I'm afraid you cannot join.
unless you have at least one capital letter and at least one number. Again, less than half a microsecond's consideration before we collectively decided you shall be getting the number one. And that will be the end of my now capitalized password. And for a period of time, this was acceptable until a whole new, unexpected, and exciting dawn emerged. A world of special characters. We didn't even know what they were. And businesses would say, we need a capital letter. We need a number, but we will also require a special character. And we clicked on the button, please, can I have some examples of these special characters which you now insist upon? And we perused them. There they are. I had no idea these characters were so special until all of our eyes stopped upon the exclamation mark. You're coming with me. Which we then put at the end of our now capitalized password, just after the 1. And it's at this moment that everybody at the London Palladium is thinking, I should probably change my password. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Do that now. We need to think of another special word. Got to get that changed. There are many different supermarket options. I don't know where you shop. My wife likes to shop at Waitrose. It's the middle-class option. People are whooping Waitrose, and what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is they're just telling you all that they can afford Waitrose, and they love to do it. People who shop at Waitrose, they like to drop it into conversations. Sorry I'm late, I was just at Waitrose, just so everybody knows that they can afford Waitrose. Even though they sell basically all the same stuff as other supermarkets, but they just put the prices up so people can feel good about themselves instead of shopping at Waitrose. Yeah. But they like to justify it, you know, the poshies. Yeah. You know, Waitrose, it's fabulous. The food is just wonderful, you know. It's organic. It's beyond organic, you know. The chickens, they just sacrifice themselves. They just walk up. They walk up to the main entrance. Hi, this is my family, and we just check parents. Pour some condiments, do what you like, just take me. And I've never seen anybody return the trolley for the pound in the car park in Waitrose. It's simply not worth it to them. You see them coming out with their trolleys, looking for their Range Rovers. Which one is mine? I think it's this one over here. Oh, they pop the boot open as well. You see, once you've got a certain amount of money, this, and this, those days are behind you. Now they have these keys, and you push the key that closes it, that locks it, and then one that opens it, and then a boot one. And people like to pop it open. They don't wait till they get to the car. The more posh you are, the further away from the vehicle you pop the boot open. It can become quite treacherous for other people walking in the car park, because these boots start flying all over the place. People have to walk in single file. Okay, kids, just follow me so we don't get hit by the boots. People doing it at the till, people flying into airports going, oh look, there's the car, better pop the boot open, I'll go and easier to get the bags in. So they get to the Range Rover, they unload their shopping in the back, and then they see the pound, and they think, oh, I should have that, that's money, I should have that, but I can't, it's stuck. And they realise I've got to go all the way over there and plug it in to the trolley train for £1. All the way over there and back for £1. By the time I got there and back, the house would have made about 15 grand, so I didn't really see the point. So then they sort of do this push away. They do the Waitrose posh push. They just pause and go, off you go. Goodbye. And then the trolley sort of rolls away and then collides with another Range Rover. And some other posh person go, what's that doing there? Off you go. There's normally someone from Aldi in the bushes. I'll have that, thank you. Get my old shopping done on that quid, idiots. Wine's a weird one, because everyone pretends to be experts in wine. We've all got this sort of... We all just take part in this weird lie that we're all connoisseurs in wine.
A lot of people drink and like wine, but let's be honest, at least 90% of us are not experts in the field of wine. But we go out to restaurants, we all play this sort of bullshit production that we know about wine. Nobody at the table knows anything about wine. The waiter himself, he knows nothing about wine. We know red colour and white colour, that's all you know. But you all pretend you know a great deal more. Would you like to see the wine list? He might as well be saying, would you like the book of gibberish? Yes, I would. Let me pretend I'm looking at that. Ignore all the words and focus entirely on the prices. Let's do that. I want this one. You just pointed. You don't have the confidence to say it. I want this one. Ah, a fine choice. I have no idea if that's a fine choice. I don't fuck all about wine myself. It's all part of the bullshit production. Then they come and they show you the bottle. You have to stop your conversation to stare at a bottle of wine. But you go along with it because it's all part of it. It's the only part of the meal you need to witness that it's coming from the right source. It's not like you order a hamburger and they come up with a photo of a cow. This is a cow. It's the kind of thing. You happy with this? Yes, that's exactly the kind of thing I meant when I ordered a hamburger. Then they open it in front of you. You have to witness the opening of the wine. Complete nonsense. It's not like you have the steak and they come out and go, I'm just flipping those over now, all right? Just that part of it, so you can see what's going on. Then comes the key part. The pouring of the wine. Who will try the wine? Who will take the lead role in this bullshit production? And nobody wants to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Normally someone will give you up. You do it. Okay. I will try the wine. It's almost as if time stands still. Pour a little bit, everyone's staring at you. The waiter is waiting for your verdict. Yes. That's wine. That is wine. I've had wine before. This is exactly what it tastes like. It looks like Ribena, but I confirm it isn't Ribena. It's wine. Everyone should have some of this. I always thought you were tasting it to see if you liked it. I thought it was like a taste test. Apparently you're tasting it to see if it's corked, which means it's off. They're asking you to determine whether it's off, and if it's off, they'll bring you another bottle. I'm paying for it. Why don't you ascertain in your own time whether it's off or not? And if it is, don't serve it to me. It's not like you order the coffee and they come up with the milk going, it smells funny. Will you try it for me? Cheesy! But you go along with it because it's restaurant. You just go along with things in restaurants. Because you think it's the way you have to behave in restaurants. You sit in this most expensive restaurant, would you like some bread for the table, some water for the table? The table's having a better night than I am at this stage. I mean, who actually wants bread and water before your meal? I could get this at an orphanage. I'm paying a lot of money to be here. But you go along with it because you're in a restaurant. You order your main course, would you like some side orders? No, just give me food on a plate. I don't need satellites of food surrounding my food. Is it to make you feel like you're eating less? Yes, I would like some side orders. In fact, I'd like some potato dauphinoise behind me. Put them behind me. I want carrots in a drawer under the table. Cream of spinach behind the cistern in the loo. No one will ever know. Just go along with it because you're in a restaurant. Coffee as well, at the end of a meal. Even at dinner. 11:30 at night. You're about to go to bed. Can I get anyone a coffee? If my wife said to me at home at 11:30 at night after dinner, do you want a coffee? I'd go, have you lost your fucking mind? Why would I want a coffee? We're talking about the drink that we get ourselves out of bed in the morning with. The high caffeine drink to get you going in the day. You want to have that now before bed? Is this some kind of an experiment, you nutter? In a restaurant? Yes, I think I'll have a latte. What would you like? An espresso for me, just an espresso. 2 o'clock in the morning. Sleep. Can you sleep? Of course I can't sleep. I had a fucking espresso and coffee cake. I might just go to work now and wait there. But it's Friday. I don't care. You go along with it. You're in a restaurant. But it doesn't matter what you order, ladies and gentlemen. The mainstay of any meal will be salt and pepper. Salt and pepper are so phenomenally successful in the herb and spice arena. They arrogantly sit on the table, knowing that whatever you want to prepare, you will require one of us. Either myself or my dear friend Pep. Isn't that right? Right you are, Sultan. You've been keeping busy? Breakfast this morning? I was all over that. But there are other herbs and spices: oregano, thyme, rosemary, cumin, paprika. They're all lined up in the cupboard, waiting. Sometimes the cupboard door opens, they see salt and pepper on the table. Look at them, the bastards. What have they got? What have they got that we don't have? I just don't get it. I don't get it either, neither do I. I can't even see them from here. What do they look like? You ever been out of the cupboard, cumin? Once, I think, for bolognese. They said it was an experiment. That was in 1992. I don't think it worked. But I remain hopeful. What about you, Sage? You ever been out of the cupboard? I actually used to live with them at their old house, and then they moved me here and put me back in this cupboard. No. What about you, Paprika? I fell out once. They just put me back in the wrong way round. 7 years I was like this. Every day I pray. I pray for it to be goulash day. But it is never goulash day. I've still got the plastic on my head. Why the fuck did they buy me? I don't understand it. What about you? Who are you on the end? My name is Five Spies. You ever been out of the cupboard, Five Spies? I am no one spies. I am five spies. I am 5 times as good as all of you. Yes, but have you ever been out of the cupboard? I have been using recipes for thousands of years. But have you ever been out of this cupboard? No. Excuse me, sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt all this nonsense. Tired of listening to all your whining, because the fact is, I have been in this cupboard for longer than all of you put together. Sorry, who are you? John West, tuna, nice to meet you. This is my wife, Tin Salmon. It's because I'm getting older, you see. My wife and I were the same age. Little things have started changing. For years, everything was the same. Everything was the same. But now we can feel it creeping in. It's not exactly old age, but little differences. For example, we can't stay up at night. We pass out. Every single... About 9:30 is a late one for us. We get so tired. You know when you click on the Netflix thing and it goes boom? That's the sound of my wife and I's head hitting the pillow and passing out. I can't get behind it. I've been to the gym, and it's a horror story. The changing rooms, I just can't cope with it. I don't understand men's philosophies towards nakedness, okay? Men in this very room behave like this, and I don't understand you. If I have to be naked in public, I'll be naked for a short amount of time as is humanly possible, okay? I will get my fresh new pants, we'll line them up, get the perfect distance away, take off all pants, put new pants on! I'm back in pants. Sometimes I go too quickly. I'm in 2 pants. I don't give a shit. I'd rather have 2 pants than no pants. But other men have completely the opposite philosophy of this. They'll come out of the shower, sort of air drying, towel drying their asses. I have never towel dried my ass in my entire life. I don't need to. I don't leak water from my ass. But other men, they spend hours working away at the arse area. Going through dozens of fresh towels. And they don't do it in the corner against the wall. They're right out there in the open looking at you, yes. I'm towel drying my ass now. And I've seen men put their pants on last. Literally last. They come out of the shower, you know, they put the shirt goes on, everything's flopping around out here. Tie goes on, look who's still in town. Jacket, coat, scarf, top hat, yeah, baby. Shoes and socks. How is that even fucking possible? What are you gonna do? Sew your trousers on now? People dropping keys. I saw one guy blow drying his pubic hair in the hand dryer. That should be illegal. Standing there talking about crisis. Do you think we've reached the bottom? I've seen people run into each other. If I saw somebody I knew in the gym, changing room, I'd hide in the locker. This guy was like, Mark? Fucking hell! Richard! Is that you? I didn't know you were a member of this gym. Yeah, I just moved into the area recently. What's it like here? You literally don't know where to look. I sat down once to do my shoelaces. I will never again go to this height in that environment again. There are lockers above me. Somebody's looking for their locker, so they're edging their way over. I'm sitting here doing my laces. The final straw was when this bloke came over to me. Excuse me, mate. Have you got the time? Time to put your fucking pants on. Okay. And think back now. Now that the internet is so much a part of our lives, think back to our first password. Because our minds, our brains are so filled with passwords. It's such a struggle for us to remember all the passwords. We go to businesses online and you go, I can't remember my password. And you put it, sometimes they lock you out. And they go, no, you've got one more try to remember your own password, you fucking idiot. Oh. Or you click, I forgot it, and they ask you questions about your life, and you don't even remember the answers. They're about your own life. What is your favorite pet? Oh, no, I can't believe I chose one. The dog walks in. If it isn't me, I'm leaving. I'm literally walking out the door. Oh, the password. And at the beginning, we all had one password. It was our first password we can nostalgically remember. And we used it for everything. Every time we joined another business. Can I have your password? Yes, you can. That is my special word. And then companies started getting quite rude. You would put your password in, and it would go, weak. Who are you to judge my special word? And they're like, I'm sorry, but the internet has become very popular. We need to strengthen your password. And businesses would insist, we must have from you a capital letter. I'm sorry, we will not be accepting passwords anymore unless it contains at least one capital letter. And we all momentarily considered our options before deciding to capitalize the first letter of our password. And for a period of time, that was fine. But the internet became even more popular. And then businesses started saying, I'm afraid you cannot join unless you have at least one capital letter and at least one number. Again, less than half a microsecond's consideration before we collectively decided you shall be getting the number one. And that will be at the end of my now capitalized password. And for a period of time, this was acceptable until a whole new, unexpected, and exciting dawn emerged. A world of special characters. We didn't even know what they were. And businesses would say, we need a capital letter. We need a number, but we will also require a special character. And we clicked on the button, please, can I have some examples of these special characters which you now insist upon? And we perused them. There they are. I had no idea these characters were so special until all of our eyes stopped upon the exclamation mark. You're coming with me. Which we then put at the end of our now capitalized password, just after the one. And it's at this moment that everybody at the London Palladium is thinking, I should probably change my password. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Do that now. I need to think of another special word. Got to get that changed. We've all got into a bath that's too hot, and it's normally our own fault. We don't have time to wait. When we run the hot tap, when we run the cold, we don't have time to wait for the full, proper temperature to reveal itself. You just have it, that should be fine. You go away into your busy life, and you come back, and you normally know as soon as your foot goes in. As soon as it goes in, you normally go, "Ooh, I've run that a bit too hot." But often you don't realize it until you're in already. You get in and you start lowering yourself because it takes a while for the information that your feet are burning to reach your brain where the information has to go to tell you about it. Because it's really quite a long way for the information to travel. So you start lowering yourself and you're thinking, something doesn't feel altogether right here. Then it just hits you. You have a split-second decision. Do I stay or do I go? And many times you just go, I can't. Oh my God, I can't. And you end up standing naked in your bathroom. You look down. You've got these sort of red skin socks of pain. Ow. Look what I did to myself. Then you have to empty the hot out, put cold in, which involves sacrificing your arm to plunge to the plug. Plug plunging. Very dangerous. You look at your arm as if to say, this will hurt, I do apologize. Brace yourself. Ah! Sometimes you can't get a purchase. You're like, I could lose my arm! But the braver amongst us, there's many here tonight, and I count myself amongst you, will hover paddle. This is where you get into the bath. Even though it hurts, and you hover over the surface, you get the cold on, and you start paddling like a maniac. We can change this. It's getting better all the time now. Be brave. Be brave. Then you inherently know it's time to change direction now. Come on. It's getting better. It's getting better. Come on. And then you have to test it. How is the water going? Is it ready to fully submerge? And you do this with your bottom. You select your bottom. And the task of your bottom is simply to dip in to see, is it ready? How's it going? How's it going? This is where I forget, unfortunately, that I have balls. It's not so much that I forget. It's more the angle of dangle means that my balls are now the closest thing to the surface of the water, not my bottom after all. And it comes as a nasty surprise. It's the most sensitive part of the human body. It's the last part of the human body, let's be honest, that you would volunteer to test boiling water with. No one's ever handed me a cup of tea and said, Michael, this might be a little bit on the hot side. Well, we shall soon find out, my friend. Hover, paddle, hardened bollocks there, my friend. Sometimes people laugh and nothing comes out of their face. This is what upsets me the most. I look at them and I can tell they're laughing and enjoying themselves, but they're silent laughers. I don't need them here. Get out. They just say, you only hear them when they need breath to fuel their shit non-laugh. You know what I love most is laugh snorting. It's very embarrassing for people. Because the snort doesn't integrate itself with the rest of the laughter. It waits till nobody else is laughing before popping up to give you maximum humiliation. So you'll be laughing, other people are laughing with you, you feel confident, you know how to laugh. This is good. You get lulled into a false sense of security. You forget you're a laugh snorter at all at this point. As soon as it dies down to nothing. Ooh. I actually double snorted the other day, like the beginning of the end. I had to excuse myself. I'll never speak to any of you again. I do apologise. It's just a malfunctioning. It's just the human body letting you know that you're human and at any moment you can malfunction and embarrass and humiliate yourself. Like the snot sneeze. You never know when that's going to strike either. You can be in a run of sneezes. People quite like them. Achoo, bless you. Strangers come over. Thank you, bless you. Thank you. Achoo, bless you. Thank you. Achoo, bless you. Thank you. And then for no reason at all, shit flies out everywhere. I'm not blessing that. You should be ashamed of yourself. You try and laugh it off. Oh my God! It's a laugh, snot, sneeze. I've completely malfunctioned. I think the worst bodily malfunction, and people don't even know what it is. It happens about 2 or 3 times a year, never more than that. I'm referring to the mini sick. What the fuck is that? What is it? But there are no other symptoms. You're not ill in any way. It can just strike you down. Like, darling, I'm just popping to the kitchen. Can I get you a... And you realise there's only one way. It's got to go back. It's got to go back. And the shock of it means you need to share it with the nearest person, whether you know them or not. Excuse me. Just got sick in my face. I swallowed my own sick. How about that tea? Unbelievable. What happened? What happened? Why are you laughing? What happened? Was it a sneeze or something? Somebody sneezed. Sneezing's weird. You know what the weirdest bodily function is, in my opinion, is yawning. Yawning. I want you to take a moment just to think about how weird yawning is. Just think about it, because it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't do anything for you. When you're tired, you yawn, but do you get a boost? It's not like it's not like an espresso. Sort of yawn. Think about, because we're so busy being human, you don't stop to think how weird it is that every once in a while your face, for no apparent reason, goes like this. Ooh. Ooh. And if you try to suppress it, you look even weirder. And how weird is this? It's contagious. How weird is that? What is that even about? How can it be contagious that one person does this, ooh, and another person just goes, ooh? Yes, so here we are, London, my favourite town, my hometown. It's where I'm from. It's never enough for people to say you're from London. People want to know exactly where you're from. They see it as more of a test of their own geographical knowledge. You say you're from London, people go, whereabouts? North London, if they know it, they get more excited. Whereabouts? Muswell Hill, whereabouts? Do you know Sainsbury's? Yes! Driving me home? What the fuck is your problem? It's too busy! I've had enough. Should be one in, one out. There's too many people here. I'm not happy. You probably all had to come here on public transport. It's a nightmare down there. I'd never experienced it. So recently I had to do some work in central London. It's unbelievable. People are so desperate to get home. The trains come very regularly. You see them 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This means nothing to people. As soon as you get on the platform, it's a level playing field. I don't care when you arrived, I'm getting on this train. And everyone's trying to work out where the door's going to stop. Where are the doors? Here, I feel good about here. But other people are gathering over there. Maybe they know. No, I'm going to stay here for no reason at all. I feel lucky about this. People are gathering around me. They think I know. I don't know. And you never get it right. They always go, ooh. And you're equidistant. Which one do I go? Which one? Please let the passengers off the train first. British people have an amazing ability to let people off a train whilst at all times moving forwards. I'm on! And when you're on, you don't care about other people. Move right down inside the carriage. No. Why would I do that? It'll be squashed in here. You look at other people, we're on, we don't need them, we don't need them. You don't vocalize it, but there's an understanding between you. And everyone's reading, you have to read. You can't be on the tube without reading. Reading is very important. You get out in the morning, every single person is reading the Metro. Everyone. Why doesn't one person just read it to the carriage? What the hell are they doing? I remember in the old days with the broadsheets, with the huge big, you couldn't fold them. You had to fold them like linen. You'd take two corners and walk together again. It's amazing how you have to read. People read in the most uncomfortable situations. Big arm, book over there, turning the pages with your mouth. I was on the train the other day, and it was the most busy it's ever been. It was my, the personal best. Everyone's been on public transport when it's been more busy than you can possibly imagine. Dangerous levels. And more people are squashing in because they keep squashing. Good in. And everyone felt this is dramatic. And we saw somebody running for the doors, and I think there was a shared emotion. Enjoy the run. You ain't getting on this train. And he ran all the way to the doors. And he stopped right at the edge. And then retreated. And I think we all felt, good decision. Or so we thought. Run up. He was merely assessing it and then retreating. And charged into the train. And he actually made on. No one could believe it. His feet were on, but his head was still out. Unbearable excitement. Even the metros came down. What the hell is going on here? His head isn't in. What's he gonna do? Nobody said this, but you could feel the excitement. I think one woman overflowed. She just went, ah! That was the closest we got to a conversation. His head was equidistant to either door. They closed. Boom! He took the hit. No one can believe it. He took the hit. Nobody needs to go home this badly. Get out, man, get out! But no. He took another. Boom! Save yourself. And then, with his ever decreasing mind power being smashed repeatedly by the doors, he came to the conclusion he should move slightly to the right, use the door, accept another hit to smack his head into the train. The doors closed, bang, and it hit him right in, and he made it. No one could believe it. He's made it, he's in. Then he reached into a pocket and got out a book. The only thing we can look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, in this winter is snow. It's the only thing that gets us through, because the weather's terrible, but snow is the holy grail. Nothing beats snow. And normally we get one day of snow, and you gotta hope that it snows overnight, so you can be snowed in. Earlier this year, it snowed in the middle of the day. You don't want that. I was waiting for my bus, and where I live, there's no tube. You have to wait for the bus. The buses actually originate there. The bus is already there. So it's even more frustrating. I'm waiting for the driver. We've got everything we need. We're looking for people. Can you drive this thing? And that's when the snow came. Amazing, instantly landing snow. The best of snow. I mean, the most unbelievable snow. And then I realized, oh my God, I could get snowed out. This is not what I need. The driver shows up. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you, due to the chaos on the roads, it's been snowing 8 seconds at this point. We're cancelling the bus. There will be no running of this service. And we're like, well, hang on a minute. We bought our tickets. What are we going to do? How are we supposed to get home? There's no way to get home. What are we going to do? And he said, don't shout at me. I actually live at the other end of this bus route. I take this bus home, and then I'm relieved by another driver. And we're like, well, this is a very interesting development. How are you going to get home? So there's only one thing to do. Walk. It's the only way we can get home. It's the only way at all. I'm like, fine, okay. So we walked the bus route, led by the driver. We came to the first stop. We had to tell the people waiting, there's no bus. And they joined our imaginary bus. was getting bigger and bigger. I looked behind us, I could see the next imaginary bus. Not a bus, just people walking. And it was catching up fast, because no one to pick up from the stops. And the driver saw this as well, and he turned around. He said, when we get to the next stop, don't tell them anything. Keep walking, they can get on the next one. I thought this was one of the funniest things that ever happened to me. I said to the woman walking next to me, I said, this is hilarious. We're on an imaginary bus. There's a driver. There are old people walking. This is funny, right? And I thought we were on the same wavelength, but now I remember I was doing most of the talking because she said, I'd love to chat, but this is my stop. She got down to an actual bus stop and then walked in the direction we had just come from.